If we can pay to treat wastewater, why not waste carbon? Roughly half of my monthly water bills pay for piping water to my London flat. The other half is for treating the wastewater I produce. That most unremarkable of facts has a climate lesson. We already pay to manage some of the waste we generate daily. Makers of electronics, batteries and vehicles are mandated by governments to clean up after the product reaches its end. Why don't we have laws for managing carbon dioxide discharge? A group of researchers at Oxford University say that we should. They call it the carbon take-back obligation. The idea is simple. Companies that extract fossil fuels should ensure that all the carbon dioxide generated from burning the fuels is put back into the ground. Technology to do this already exists. It's called carbon capture and storage. The problem is that it's expensive because few charge for dumping carbon dioxide in the air. Bringing in a carbon take-back obligation will change that and help make the technology cheaper. The researchers suggest starting small, with only about 10% of the carbon extracted put back underground by 2030. Then, ramping up to 100% by 2050 when the world needs to reach net zero. This might sound like a carbon tax, which it is. Except instead of charging the polluter to pay for polluting, the polluter is charged for cleaning up. The costs are also quite reasonable if you consider a story from the 19th century. The summer of 1858 brought unusually hot and dry weather which caused London's broken sewer system to stop functioning altogether. The period came to be known as the Great Stink, and citizens were aghast. Over the next decade, the government spent about 2% of its annual economic output to build a modern sewer system. And, as my water bills attest, Londoners continue to spend substantial sums to maintain a utility we take for granted. Until people think throwing CO2 in the air is like throwing poop on the street, we won't spend what we need to tackle climate change.